right. Wait a few minutes to see if anybody jumps on here. All right. Wait a few minutes to see if anybody jumps on here. Remembered this week. Okay. I almost had some echoing going on there, so thought something didn't sound right. See, I'm advancing. I'm learning a few things here. So, Todd says hello. Hey, Todd. How's it going? Yep, we are ready for another Chiller Night Live here coming up. Okay, it's 8 o'clock. We can get the show on the road. I'm Brian Hogue. Thank you for joining me tonight for the Chiller Night Live pre-show. Essentially what I do from 8 until 9, I talk about the schedule coming up on Stream TV. And Brad says, it's the Chiller Night pre-show with Brian Hogue, starring Brian Hogue. Now here's Brian. Here it is. It is time. And then Autumn says, hi, Brian. That's right. I was going to get that. I was going to get the it's Chiller Night pre-show with Brian. I was going to get that little thing made up into a little, maybe I'll do that next week for a little intro. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Cassandra says hello. Hello. Hello, Cassandra. Hello, Autumn. And if you're watching this on the YouTube version, you'll see the oh, you guys on Facebook, you didn't see that. You don't see when I'm doing something there, like the effects, like the live title. Like, hold on a sec. So you can't see any of that. All right. What if you go to the YouTube channel and watch it on the YouTube version, you'll see what I'm doing. In fact, last week we went to the Ghost Lake Haunted House, and I actually have a... Oh, Pam says, hi, Brian. Hey, Pamela. Thanks for joining us. We had a... we went to Ghost Lake last week, as you may have seen if you joined us last week. That was packed. That was very busy. I was not expecting that. We spent most of the entire... Brad says, I'm at my wife's mother's house for my wife's grandpa's 72nd birthday. Oh, well, happy 72nd birthday to your grandpa. And Brad said, oh, his birthday party. Okay. Well, happy birthday to your grandpa. And but we were at Ghost Lake last week. I wasn't expecting this, but most of the show actually occurred in line as we were standing there. I had no idea that it was going to be that packed, because when we went before, now granted this is like 8 years ago, we got out of our cars, we went right to the line, we bought our tickets, and we walked right in. There was nobody in front of us. There was no lines anywhere. 13 levels of fear. I don't know about that. We only saw like 5 of them because the lines are so long for every one of them. Good for them. I mean, good for them. That's that helped them. Brad says it's my wife's grandpa's birthday. Oh, your wife's grandpa's birthday. Okay, all right. Happy birthday to him. Let me make sure I'm not getting any comments on the YouTube. All right. None as far as I can see. I am so afraid to be hitting these buttons. But it's kind of something I can't avoid doing a show like this. But I have some neat things there I'm trying, I'm testing out. If you're watching the YouTube, eventually I'd like this all to go to YouTube, but I'm not about to give up the Facebook part of this, even though you're just seeing a green background. But if you want to see any of the footage that I have, like for the Devil's Den, you know, we went through that. That was the only thing we got to show you last week live, because I figured. Oh, Chad says your favorite month is here, Brian. Yes, yes, it is. It is here. What a good month this has been. We went to, like I said, we went to Ghost Lake, and then we'll probably go to something next week. Not on Saturday night for the show, but probably next Friday night. Anybody been to any good haunted houses this year, by the way? Because we're kind of looking for some suggestions. I'm kind of trying to get away from these $20, $25 tickets, for each person. When you take a family, well, it sure adds up. We spent $30 for each ticket last week. That's not the general admission for Ghost Lake. It was $25, but if you wanted to do the escape room extra, it was an extra $5, which we chose to do. Brad said we had cake and ice cream. Best part for birthday parties is cake and ice cream. Well, I'd have to agree with that, other than the gifts, I guess, for the birthday boy or girl. But yeah, I'll tell you, it just, I don't know. It was a lot more packed than I thought. And when we got through the line, I thought, well, the one thing that probably will have the shortest line is the Devil's Den. It's kind of more for the kids, a dark ride for the kids. And I was right. I mean, there wasn't that big of a line there for that, so we were able to get on that. And at the very tail end of last week's presentation, we actually went through the Devil's Den. So I'll wait until we get some viewers here, or some more viewers here on YouTube. And then once I do that, I will go ahead and play that video while they're watching that. I'm trying to be very careful what I'm touching on this computer. Things have a tendency to just disappear on me. All right. Chad says, what's your definition of a haunted house? The kind for entertainment is what I'm talking about this month. For this month. Maybe I'll venture into a real haunted house with you or your paranormal team one of these times. I know I've had fun before, accompanying you guys in the past. So, but eventually, what I'd like to see happen with the Chiller Night Live show and with Chiller Chat. I don't know if you guys know this. I know some of you. I recognize that some of you were watching this, but I'm doing Chiller Chats live also. Now here's what I'm doing. Every Tuesday, I'm going to start taping them just like this, or streaming them Tuesdays, and then that show will be like Saturday night's program. Like Tuesday night, I interviewed Brian Seach, had him on the show. And Brad says, I had to cover you for saying you had a good night, have a good chiller night, because you were busy at Ghost Lake, LOL. Oh, well, thanks. Thanks for having my back there. Making sure that got said. Yeah, it was kind of weird that night, because whenever I'd say so, I mean, I was watching it afterwards, and I noticed that there would be long durations of me freezing, of the frame just being frozen. And I'm thinking, okay, I see that there's like half an hour left on the, so I guess if you just keep watching, it does eventually stop, and then it continues with the video. But when I get a few more viewers on, I'm going to show the, if you want to hop on over to the YouTube one, that's your choice if you want to, or you can watch it at a later time. I do load these up on the YouTube channel at a later time, so you can do that if you'd like. But I'll show, there's like 4 minutes worth of Ava and I going through the Devil's Den, partially with us going up in the line talking, and then actually going through the ride. That's the only thing I got last week on the show, because of just the crowd that was there was incredible. But I'll be showing that a little bit. But let me tell you about tonight's schedule on Stream TV. Now before I do that, let me just say, for those of you like myself who already have that channel on your Roku. Like I have a Roku TV. That channel is already, you know, locked into my Roku TV. I already have that app. I've already connected to that channel. Jay says, I was on the Facebook channel and the comments weren't showing up. Don't know if it was just me. On the Facebook or on the YouTube channel? Oh, I don't know. Let me type something here. Is that what you mean, Jay? Aw, okay, and then Ava gives me a heart. Jason says, I don't have Roku, but I watch through Facebook link and watch it. Now here's, well, Jason, this was the part I was getting at. Then I got to go back to Jay to see if that's what he's talking about on YouTube, whether the comments are. Yeah, Jason says they're showing up on Facebook, and I see they're showing up on Facebook, but Jay. Okay, Jay meant YouTube. You got on there and tried to type something? Well, I don't know how to fix it now without knocking it off. So, if you're on YouTube and you're trying to comment, I am sorry. I thought I had this fixed and figured out. I just put something on there, but that's me. Okay, well, we'll see if we can. That's another thing I'll have to see if I can get addressed next week. But and then Cassandra says, I see the Facebook comments. Okay. Okay, yeah, apparently it's on YouTube. If you're trying to comment on YouTube, evidently the stream portion of the show is not working, so you can't leave me comments. So just another thing I've got to figure out how to fix. But we'll get there. We'll get there. In fact, for the YouTube version, I'll show the Devil's Den here in a moment. But what I'm getting at with the Stream TV thing, if you go to my link and hit Stream TV, evidently it's not working yet. I guess it's on the server's end. It's not on the TV station's end. It's not on. Well, it has nothing to do with the TV station. It's the website, and I guess the server on their end is having some kind of difficulties. Now, if you already have if you already have the app for your TV set, then you're fine. Like me, I can watch it tonight. It doesn't interfere with me watching it at all. And then Brad says, oh, Pam says, hi, Ava. Maybe Ava will be able to comment. She's in the other room. I think she's watching this. So, well, she just sent me a heart a few minutes ago, so I think she's still watching. And then Brad says, what's on Chiller Night Theater tonight? I'll get to that in just a moment. I do want to say here about the Stream TV. If you are watching the YouTube version, you'll see a picture that I just put up on the screen right up here. Okay. Now, one of the viewers had brought this to my attention. He said if you go on to Roku and you're trying to find Stream TV, I guess you can't find it. I could not find it either when I first started doing this way back like a year ago. So I just always had the link. You know, you go to Stream TV's website, and then you can go down the side of the screen and click on to the Roku thing, you know, the little picture there. And then you go through the steps to connect to the Roku channel. Then you'll have it on there. Jason says, so the link on Facebook may not work tonight to watch. It might not be. I checked it a short while ago and it wasn't working. But actually, let me look on my phone, because if it's working, none of this means anything. Although I would highly recommend that if it does this, I would just, if you can click and connect to the Roku and have it on your TV, on your Roku TV or device, I would go that way. No, it's still not working. Still not working. I had several people write to me today, throughout the day, and letting me know that. So it's not, it's not on my end. I can't do anything. It's not even on Stream TV's the station manager's end. It's nothing he can do about it either. It's on the server. So there are ways to watch it. You can still. Brad says, I love horror science fiction movies, especially in October. That's the best time. I've got my Halloween movies here, some of my favorite ones I'll be sharing with you that I love to watch during Halloween. Again, YouTube, if you guys are watching on YouTube and you can't leave comments, I am sorry. I will get this figured out. Every week I'm doing something different. But this picture up here, if you see this one, this picture here, I know on Facebook none of this is going to make sense to you, but on YouTube, if you see this icon right here, this is the wrong one, okay? One of the viewers, Tom Paisley, sent this to me. I think I'm saying his name right. Now this one over here, this Stream TV, that's the one that you want. The one that says Stream TV with the blue and has the white lettering. That's the one that you want, okay? As far as I know, you can only get that by going through Stream TV's website and doing it that way and connecting that way. So I don't think that you can actually go on the streaming services like through Roku and find it that way. I wasn't able to, and I don't think you're going to be able to do it that way. You're welcome to try, and if it works, that's great. Brad says hi. Oh. Jason says, I still have a YouTube or a Tube TV, LOL. One day I'll get a smart TV. Yeah. And then Brad says, hello, Ava. And then Ava says, hi, Brad. Yeah, the old TVs. Boy, I remember the old floor models. You know, me and my brothers, we were the remotes. You know, go change the channel. Fortunately, we didn't have 100 channels back then. But anyways, okay, now that I got that out of the way with Stream TV, if you cannot connect through the link on the Facebook page, you can still go. Tonight's movie is at 9 p.m. It's Night of the Blood Beast. For those of you affected by the Stream TV and you can't link to it through the link here, you can always go to the YouTube page, Chiller Night Theater. You can go and you can watch it there. I put that as the featured movie. And YouTube or chillernighttheater.com. You can go right there, and that's the main movie for tonight. And then at 11 p.m., Chiller Chat with Brian Seach. Now that's the one that I just streamed on Tuesday. So now it's playing tonight. Now what's different is it's actually formatted to look like the TV episode. It has the title, intro, has myself talking with Brian. I have actually have a picture of Brian up here talking as we're talking, and then the end credits. And it's a half hour or a little under half hour. Jason says, I was definitely remote of the family and the rabbit ear adjustment. Yes, I remember those days well. I remember those well. And then Brad says, we love Chiller Night Theater. Well, thank you. I very much appreciate that, as I do all of you just taking your time out on a Saturday night to join me here for the pre-show. The pre-show, let me finish with the schedule and then I'll tell you a little bit more about why I even started this pre-show. 11:30 tonight, like I said, Night of the Blood Beast at 9 o'clock. Jack Shadow features that. 11 o'clock, Chiller Chat with Brian Seach. And 11:30 is The Wasp Woman. Jack Shadow features The Wasp Woman on Chiller Night Theater. And 1:30, Chiller Chat with Nate Reagan. And we actually talk about him being on the documentary that was made, Still Screaming, where they talk about the Scream movies. And at 2 a.m. we play Chiller Night Theater again, once again, Night of the Blood Beast. So that is the schedule for tonight. And you can also get that information if you go to streammedia.tv. The schedule will be up there as well. So, okay. What was I saying? Oh, okay. Why I started doing the Chiller Night Live program. I did this so that I could um, for one thing, promote Chiller Night Theater and Chiller Chat on Stream TV. I'm doing all I can. I'm trying to make a noise here, trying to direct people to Stream TV so they can watch Chiller Night Theater and Chiller Chat. The show is also both of those shows actually play on PCTV 21 in Pittsburgh, and they got picked up to play at CMAC in Fresno, California. Although I didn't check their schedule. I know they're going to play Chiller Night Theater every Saturday night at 9 p.m. That's over in California. So I don't know if that's on their schedule tonight. If I should have looked. Todd says we had a pair of pliers for a remote because the knob broke off. Yeah. I remember those days well. And then Brad says, I lost you there for a second. Oh. Did I cut out? Dang buffering. Okay, well, hopefully this camera and everything works out here tonight. If not, I'll switch over on my phone. This is my plan B. Always got to have a plan B. Well, that's my plan B for the Facebook part. YouTube's going strong. That should keep running just fine. So, what was I saying? I started this because this gives me a chance weekly to get adjusted and comfortable with the equipment that I'm using here, because back several years ago, I always had the idea of wouldn't it be neat to be able to do the Chiller Chats live. And, we're still going to be doing Chiller Chats from the TV studio, with the guests actually coming in and sitting there on the set with me. That's still going to happen. This just gives me an opportunity to make Chiller Chat into a weekly show where I can stream it live. And now this is something I want to do. I want Chiller Chat to become a little bit more of a combination of the Chiller Night Live, where I can have interaction with the viewers. If you want to write the guest a question or something like that, feel free. The guest for this coming Tuesday is on October 16th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be Jim Crut. Jim played in the original Dawn of the Dead as the helicopter zombie. Now, the character of the helicopter zombie was, Jason says, sorry, I was trying to show the movie poster for, I must have missed, and then, for Night of the Blood Beast, okay, all right. I was trying to show the movie poster. On the YouTube version of this program, I think down the road, and this will be a while, but I'd like everybody to eventually go over to the YouTube channel. The reason being, I can make it a far more interesting show. I can actually show you the movie trailer. Tonight's movie is Night of the Blood Beast. Boom, and you're watching the trailer. I can show you the schedule. I have a kind of a neat way to show the schedule now. I didn't think about that. I have all this stuff set up for the YouTube channel tonight, but you're not able to see it on Facebook. So oh, wait a minute. Now here's some. Okay, Corey on YouTube's very cool shirt, Brian. I got a tattoo of Bela Lugosi yesterday, trying to get all of the Universal monsters. Okay, that's cool. Well, Corey was able to leave a message here on the YouTube version of the show, so that's encouraging. Okay, maybe if Jason or Jay, maybe when you tried, maybe it just wasn't. Maybe it was early in the show. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it didn't start up yet. I don't know. I don't have the answer. Brad says, "Are you planning to see the new 2018 Halloween movie?" I am. We actually thought about going last night, but we decided not to. Instead, we stayed in and watched the original Nightmare on Elm Street. That was fun. I don't know. We just we're tossing the idea around. I don't know. I'm a little. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be decent and all. But after I told you I was going to show you some of my favorite Halloween movies. This one right here, Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, is actually one of my favorite Halloween movies. And I was excited because when they doing this movie, it just so everything about Halloween was, you know, was kind of represented in this movie. And then after this movie ended, that continuity from this point up, they severed it. You know, they just went on like this, like this movie never happened. So I was a little disappointed with that. I'm not sure what they're gonna do. And that was when they came out with H2O. Then after that, I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna treat the new one here for 2018. I don't know if they're gonna, you know, what are they gonna do now? They've just kind of, you know, ruined some of the continuity. Should I care that much for a slasher movie? Probably not. But I don't know. Are you seeing it? Are you gonna go see it, Brad? Are you? How about Corey? Are you gonna see it, or Jason? Are you guys? I don't know. Tell me what you think. Another one of my favorite movies to watch during Halloween is Curse of the Werewolf, starring Oliver Reed. I've mentioned this before. This is just such a darn cool werewolf movie. I just love it. I love the look of the werewolf in this movie. Just really, really cool. But yeah, that's one of my favorites around Halloween time. I actually try to save that for October. And then, absolutely one of my favorite movies to watch for Halloween is The Bride of Frankenstein. I love the original Frankenstein. This is a little bit more of a, I don't know. I have to say that I love both movies the same. They're both kind of equal as far as, you know, being great. But I don't know. There's something always kind of, it was just like a tradition of mine to watch The Bride of Frankenstein there for a while. Quite a while. But let me catch up on some of these comments here. Brad says, I want to see that movie so bad. Oh, okay, let me see. I missed quite a bit. Jason says, did you see the producer's cut of Curse of Michael Myers? You know, I'm not sure. I really don't know. I don't know if that's in here or not. I don't know. I'll have to look and see. I remember seeing that in the theater, and I don't know if there's any difference to that or not. Then Todd says, I will be there. Okay, you're going to go see that movie? Halloween. And then Brad says, have you liked the Rob Zombie version of Halloween 1 and 2? I thought they were okay. I thought they were all right. I guess I just, I don't know. It was this, I don't know if I was ready for a remake quite yet. I don't know how long it should be out there before a remake is okay, but I thought, I don't know. I didn't really care for Dr. Loomis as much. I don't know. That's just me. I was so used to Donald Pleasance's character. Of course, this was, you know, Halloween 6 was the last time he was ever on there. He died shortly after the making of that movie, but just didn't grab at me like the originals. Brad says, I want to see that movie so bad. And then Jason says, 2018 version is a direct sequel. Oh, really? Oh, so they just bypassed everything in between. 2008. Jason says is a direct sequel of the original 1978 movie. Michael and Laurie are not related in the 2018 movie. I did not know that. I didn't read up on any of that. So okay. Well, knowing that, that might make it a little more interesting to me. I did not know that. Thanks, Jason. Because we just watched the original Halloween like a week ago. And, Cassandra says, Curse of the Werewolf. Oh, she loves that movie. Okay. Okay, that's an excellent movie. And then Corey on YouTube says, I'll have to wait until Halloween 2018 comes out on video. Haven't been to the theater since my kid was born 2 years ago. Oh yeah, that would probably keep you home quite a bit, I would imagine. Well, that's certainly understandable. I don't go to the movies like I used to either. I'm normally working on this stuff here or whatever. And speaking of working on this stuff here, myself and Ava and Samantha Diener, who plays Elle, and of course Ava, you've known her for the last 10 years playing Aura the Witch on the shows, and of course Jack Shadow. We had just taped some new programs just the other day, so in fact it was Monday. I think it was just Monday we filmed. We I still say filmed. We taped some shows. Oh, Brad says, really, I did not know that. I take it off of Jason's comments about the Halloween. Okay, now that will make it more interesting to me. All right, that kind of does spark my interest a little more. All right, well, thank you. Thank you for that information, Jason. They might have just got a ticket because of you. So, we'll see. We'll see. But we're doing a lot here. I'm doing a lot here with the, trying to figure out more and more how to operate the Chiller Night live on YouTube. Corey, now you and whoever else is watching, I'm going to show you a scene here real quick of, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that because for 4 minutes, you're going to be missing what the Facebook people are saying. So eventually I've got to get this all on the same channel. So once my numbers really go up, then we'll switch everything onto YouTube. I can do a lot more on that YouTube channel. You'll be able to see the background. I can throw pictures up here. I can throw videos up here. That's the stuff I'm learning to do. And I will say for Chiller Chat, like this coming Tuesday on the 16th, Jim Crut will be our guest. Jim was the helicopter zombie on Dawn of the Dead. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start taping the show. I'm going to start streaming it at like 7:45, and then that'll give me like 15 minutes to just interact with people before I start talking to Jim, and then we'll have him on the show. I'm trying to get it so that I can actually interview him by Skype. So you'll be looking at the screen, and you'll be seeing, my guest picture like right here as I'm talking to them. If I can get that working, we'll see. That's a tall order from me, but hey, I'm figuring this other stuff out, so we'll see. Jason says, LOL, re-ticket sale. Yeah. Brad says that's a good idea. Well, we'll see. I mean, I'm getting that's why I'm doing this. And now I've got 2 weekly shows that are streamed live. That's the Chiller Night live pre-show, and now Chiller Chat. Something I always wanted to do since 2015 was to do a live Chiller Chat presentation. And now, if I can get that Skype thing figured out, I mean, that'd be pretty cool, right? Would you guys be interested in watching that, other than just to have a photograph and talking on the phone? If I can get that Skype to working, if I can figure that out, I think that would be pretty neat. I think that would be a lot more interesting to watch. We'll see. We'll see. That's what these. I'm in the first steps of this journey, I guess. And I started doing these Chiller Night live shows, the pre-shows, back in, I think, in April or May. So all this time I've been working on trying to improve the show, trying to improve the quality of the show, because knowing that down the road I wanted to have my Chiller Chats done this way in conjunction with doing them at the TV studio as well. I still want to, we're going to continue to do them at the TV set, but this just gives me more of an opportunity to have a guest every week. I can have a guest every week, so I think that's really cool. It's taken a lot of work, I mean, Ava can tell you that I spend a lot of time working on this stuff, trying to figure it out. I am not a technically gifted individual. I've harped on that before on these shows, and I'm getting better. But everything I've done, I've had to kind of learn on my own. With editing, I used to watch you know, they used to have, I've had several editors in the past, and I've sat with them and watched them as I said, okay, I want this here and here, and I've watched what they do, and I kind of picked up on editing, and then I learned a lot when I just started doing it myself. But with stuff here, now that I live so far away from anybody who can just come to the house, or I go to their house and we're sitting there editing, I have done that before, but it's just not something that's very practical. In fact, where I was going before, and we were editing last fall, it actually took me an hour to get there, and then of course edit until late at night, drive an hour home, and then work in the morning. So, but anyways, we're getting there. We're getting there. Ava sent me a heart on YouTube. Thank you, Ava. And then Brad says, it will be a Chiller Chat pre-show at 7:45 p.m. LOL. Well, yeah, kind of. I mean, that's yeah, the Chiller Chat. I want it to be a little bit more of this atmosphere here. If I can combine the Chiller Chats a little, you know, it's a little different when you're interviewing somebody, you know. And so, oh, Ava says, looks good over here. Okay, good, good. And she's on YouTube saying that. So it's a little different, you know, interviewing a guest over the phone as opposed to having them sit in the TV station, or just me sitting here talking. Oh, okay, Corey's on, okay, he just jumped onto the Facebook version. Guys, if you haven't seen the YouTube show, you're missing out. The background graphic is neat, plus I think the picture quality is much cooler. Oh, thank you, Corey. Yeah, that's actually, like I've said, that's actually where all of this is headed. The reason being is, like Corey said, the picture quality, I didn't know about the picture quality, but that's neat to know. But there's just so much, it just looks so much cooler because you're seeing the background, and I can throw pictures up there as I'm talking. I can throw videos in. You know, I had some videos ready tonight, and I get to thinking as I'm sitting here talking to you guys, like, if I do that, the Facebook audience isn't going to see any of this. So Corey says, I mean, it's cool, but also that it's warmer on the Facebook. Oh, okay, okay. Well, I think eventually we'll just we'll hop on over to YouTube. Like I said, I mean, it's nothing to even, it's not going to be for a while because I get so many more views on Facebook right now. That's where mostly, you know, my friends and, you know, everybody knows this show over the last several months has been on Facebook. So maybe within, I don't know, 6 months, you know, 5-6 months, maybe we'll just be on YouTube. I don't know. I hate losing 100 views or 200 views, you know, because if I jump on YouTube, I don't know if you'll all follow me there. So I'm hoping that you do when that time comes, but we'll see. We'll see. But that's where I want this show to go. But let me say again. I'm gonna try that link again for Stream TV real quick, and we'll see if that's up yet. I'm kind of thinking if it wasn't up 20 minutes ago, it's not going to be now. I'll try it one more time. Whoops. I put in the wrong password. Okay. We'll try it here. Dun, 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 dun. All right. We're going to hold out for hope, folks. Stream Media. Now, after that link gets back and hooked up okay for, wait a minute, is it just a link? Or can you go to streammedia.tv? Like, if you didn't use that link, are you able to go to streammedia.tv? Let me try that. Let me try that. I doubt it because, I mean, that would be too easy. And nothing ever is. I mean, it's a server issue, so I don't think that this is going to work. But by golly, I'm going to try it. Okay, streammedia.tv. Let's see. Nope, unavailable. All right. Didn't think that would work, but stranger things have happened. All right. Brad says, I like chatting with you on Facebook. Well, you know what? Maybe I'll do this then. Maybe I'll just keep the Facebook thing going. I'll do it in unison. But you knowing that if I'm on YouTube, you're watching the YouTube version, you know, you're just missing out on visuals, or even if a video is playing and I'm sitting here for 2 minutes, you know, like right now, Corey, I don't know if you're on both watching, but right now I'm going to play an ad for Chiller Night Theater, Chiller Chat, and my book. All right, I'm going to play that right now. So you won't see it here on Facebook, but here we go on YouTube. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, do me a favor and let me know if you hear the sound, because I don't know. I can't hear it. I don't have the headset, so I'm just going by look. So right now, YouTube, I'm going to play the ads. It only run for maybe a minute or two, and and then I'll join back up with you. You tell me if you hear that okay. So here we go. Watch Chiller Night Theater and Chiller Chat every Saturday night on Stream TV. Chiller programming airs every Saturday night beginning at 9 p.m. through 3 a.m. Watch Jack Shadow host classic and not so classic horror and science fiction films of yesteryear on Chiller Night Theater. Then Brian Hogue hosts Chiller Chat, the weekly talk show that discusses paranormal activities, horror and science fiction movies, and mysteries beyond. If you like horror, science fiction, and the paranormal, Stream TV is the channel to watch every Saturday night. Go to streammedia.tv, that's streammedia.tv, to connect to Stream TV's Roku channel. Or watch Chiller programming online on Chiller Night Theater's YouTube channel, or at chillernighttheater.com. That's chillernighttheater.com. chillernighttheater.com. Chiller Night, The Spirit of Halloween, a young reader's book written by Jennifer Sadler, is the first of the Chiller Night series featuring Jack Shadow. 5 teenagers head out for a night of trick-or-treating, but lose themselves in a dimension of horror. Now they race against the clock to save their souls from the Spirit of Halloween himself, Jack Shadow. This All Hallows Eve fantasy is a thrill a minute, and the first in a new series of Halloween fun and fright. Take a step back in time through the veils between the living and the dead with Chiller Night, The Spirit of Halloween. Cover art by Rick Whitlow. Illustrations by Scott Lubin. Chiller Night, The Spirit of Halloween is a... All right, we're going back to me on YouTube. I don't know if we were finished watching that ad because I couldn't hear it. Maybe not, but here I'm holding the book right now, so but pretty cool illustrations there. But this book here, the Chiller Night books were intended to be a series. Okay, this is the first in a series of these books, you know, with the characters like Jack Shadow and Aura. Okay, Ava says I'm logged in on both now. Okay, and then Pam says great ad on the YouTube channel. Pam, did that ad finish? I don't know if it even finished or not. I just saw the cover of the book at the very end, and I don't know. But let me know if you saw the whole ad, and I'd like to know, did you hear it okay? So Pam, I know there's a delay. I'll wait, and you know, if you can let me know if you heard it and if the ad finished. These are all things I'm learning as we're all learning this together. So, okay. All right. Well, I'll wait to hear some response there, or maybe Pam jumped back to Facebook and maybe she didn't hear that last part. I don't know, but if anybody was on YouTube, let me know if you could hear that ad okay, and that'll be good. Because eventually I'm going to have to get, you know, headsets so I can hear everything as it's coming across. But you have, I'm learning as I'm doing. I'm learning as I'm doing. So I want to get back to since it's Halloween, the month of Halloween. Since it's, I mean, we went to Heard It Fine and Not. Pam says Heard It Fine and Not. Heard It Fine and Not finished. I take it wasn't finished. Maybe that's okay. Not finished. Okay. Oh, well, pulled the plug on it. All right. Well, at least that's good to know that. Okay. Corey says it was a tad on the loud side. Had to turn it down a bit and then back up when you came back on. Okay. Plus, I could hear you faintly in the background. Okay. I kind of thought you would be able to, but that's neat to know. Okay. Todd says heard it cut off the very end. All right. That's fine. This is more me practicing how to do that stuff, so I'm okay with that. That's neat. As long as I get this feedback, then this is kind of giving me the direction on where to take this stuff months down the road and what I can and can't do on here. So that's good. Okay, next week, folks, here's what's going to happen. New shows. All right, hopefully, fingers crossed, we should have a new Chiller Night Theater next Saturday. If all goes well, my plan is to have a brand new Chiller Night Theater. Jack Shadow, and Aura, and Elle will all present The Devil's Hand. Okay, pretty neat movie. And then a brand new Chiller Chat. Now that will be Tuesday night streamed program with Jim Crut, the helicopter zombie from Dawn of the Dead. So, and I've got guests lined up too for the next several weeks to follow for Chiller Chat. So this is going to be a weekly thing with Chiller Chat. If you know anybody, who's been in movies, or Brad says fingers crossed. All right, yes, fingers. See if that helps. But if you know anybody who might want to be on the show, if it has anything to do with any of the topics like horror or science fiction or the paranormal, let me know. Now I'm going to have one of the guests I'm going to have on is in the weeks coming up or months coming up is Aaron Madden. That has nothing to do with horror or science fiction or the paranormal, but I'll make it fit somehow. So, Aaron is him as a police officer from Titusville if you live in the area, but he's also a professional wrestler, Luscious Rocky Reynolds, and he and I have we've known each other for years. We did a show called KICW together. It was a independent professional wrestling program that we had on local TV. For probably about a couple months back in 2011. And then I branched off and did DCW, Dark Horse Championship Wrestling, just because our schedules just were not happening. He was a police officer. At that time, I was a police officer. It just was too hard to keep up with their schedules. So, but Aaron, he and his the Titusville Police Department just recently won some kind of lip syncing contest where they were having all these police departments lip sync to various songs, and they did "Beat It" by Michael Jackson. So I really wanted to have him on the show to talk about that. So that's I'm gonna make an exception, as far as we'll fit horror or science fiction, we'll fit something in there, I know he's a big Bigfoot fan, I know he's really into that stuff, so we'll get him on. But anyways, Daniel says, "Sup, Brian? Just doing a little show. What you up to, Daniel?" Thanks for joining us. I was talking about some of the guests coming on, but Aaron's going to be there. Now, he's going to go and be on the TV set. I've got another gentleman who's going to be coming up talking about a UFO crash where it was believed that the alien, the actual survivor, or he didn't survive the crash, but the pilot of the UFO, the alien, was actually buried. And I think this was somewhere in Texas, and he wrote a book on that, and he's going to be on the show. He's going to come up to the TV set. Another guest was somebody who actually was a zombie. One in the original Night of the Living Dead, one of the many zombies, but he also has an interesting story. I think it has, if I remember right, I think it was Seeing the Mothman. So he was going to be on the show, and those are just some of the guests that are going to be on the TV on set version of Chiller Chat. And some of the other ones coming up that are going to be on here are, like I said, Jim Crutt's going to be on this Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll start streaming 15 minutes before. We'll talk with Jim from 8 o'clock to 8:30, and then I will probably stay on for another 15 minutes afterwards, just after the show ended, just to do what I'm doing here and keep everybody up to date on what we're doing. Corey says, fellow brother in blue from Houston here. Oh, okay. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Corey. Good to know that. Good to know that. I was with the Franklin Police Department in Venango County, Pennsylvania for a little over 13 years. So I did that until I started a job with the federal government just a couple years ago. I say a couple years ago. It's actually coming up next month. It'll be 3 years. Time really flies. So Brad says losing you again. Okay. I don't know. On Facebook, maybe I'm cutting in and out. I don't know. If that's the case, jump over to YouTube. Maybe that'll, maybe it's still going strong on YouTube. Hopefully that's the case. Well, I'm glad somebody let me know about the volume of that video, because then I can try to lower that, make sure that's lowered, the ones that I put on there. So, okay. Well, oh my gosh, see, it's 8:50. See how quickly this goes. I love the interaction here. Thank you. Once again, thank you guys for joining me. Like I said, taking time out of your Saturdays to sit here with me as we go over the shows and, you know, the schedule coming up, which I will touch on once again before we go. But that means a lot to me. I will say this, I've been very happy because the numbers are really showing, they're improving. YouTube, I've got a lot of ground to cover on YouTube yet with my numbers, but progress, you know, it's all progress. Daniel says my newest daughter will be born here in the next few days, so I got a lot of is it painting I'm doing? Painting I'm doing. Oh, okay. Wow, well, congratulations to you and your wife there, Daniel. That's good. J.W. Burchick, you're more than welcome, Brian. Oh, okay, about joining us. Thank you. Yes. I don't take that lightly. I don't take that lightly at all. Oh, okay. Now, Pam says on YouTube, volume was fine on the iPad. Okay, all right. And then Dex Purifed support you, Dad. Thanks, Brenton. I appreciate that. He's watching on the YouTube. And Brad says 10 minutes till Chiller Night Theater. Brad says, hey, Brian, I have to go. They're calling my name. All right, Brad. Hey, get back to your birthday party. Thanks for joining me tonight. And Daniel says, thank you. Baby number 2. I'm really excited to see her. Wow, I can only imagine. Wow, that's great. Congratulations. Any day now, huh? That's fantastic. I'm glad to hear that. That's fantastic. That's pretty neat. Wow. But I just, you know, in doing these shows like this, I want Chiller Chat to get a little bit more interactive. I know if you tuned in Tuesday night, you know, either on Facebook or YouTube, you're seeing me interview somebody, so you might think, well, you know, I don't want to interrupt, or, you know, is he seeing the comments? I might not see it, you know. Just like I said, though, before we start, throw it in there if you know, throw it back in there, you know, because it might scroll up, but just keep throwing it back in there, and I will try to get to all the comments and questions. If you want to ask Jim questions about, you know, what was it like on the set of Dawn of the Dead, or working with Tom Savini or George Romero, anything like that, you know, feel free. That's what I'm trying to get the Chiller Chats to be like this, only Chiller Chat. So And then Daniel says, plan to do a lot of Halloween birthday parties for her. Yeah. Yeah, wouldn't that be something? Now, yeah, maybe she'll be a Halloween baby. I don't know. That's a couple weeks away. If she's due in a couple days, I don't know. Stranger things have happened, all right? I said it earlier today, and I'm sticking to it. But how many people do we have watching this right now? I wonder if I can tell. I don't think I can. YouTube. Okay, see, I got to work on these YouTube numbers, and maybe that'll be, maybe it's inevitable that we all, you know, my YouTube numbers will go up because I might have to just take the show to YouTube. So, but like I said, that'll be months down the road. Hopefully, I'll give you guys enough more. But you ought to be able to chat on YouTube as well, right? I mean, I see Pamela and Corey and Brenton and Ava have all commented. Facebook kicked me off. Facebook kicked you off? Why, I oughta. What'd they kick you? What'd you do? Why? What do you mean it kicked you off? Maybe, I don't know, because you're in both at the same time? Was there a glitch? Okay, Daniel says about his baby's birth, it'll be close to Halloween. Her original due date is the 23rd. Oh, okay, well, that's in the ballpark. That could end up being a Halloween baby. You never know. Okay, folks, it's 8:55. 8:55. So I'm going to go over the schedule one more time, and then I'm going to let you go because you got some prepping to do. Got to get that popcorn and safety blanket and all that stuff, you know, to settle in with Chiller Night Theater. Okay, 9 p.m. Chiller Night Theater. Jack Shadow features Night of the Blood Beast. And then 11 p.m. Chiller Chat with my guest is Brian Seach. And he's going to be talking. We're going to be talking about werewolves and dogmen, and so that's a pretty interesting show. And then 11:30, Chiller Night Theater. Jack Shadow features The Wasp Woman. And then 1:30 a.m. Chiller Chat with Nate Reagan is my guest. And then at 2 a.m. Chiller Night Theater. Jack Shadow features Night of the Blood Beast. So, if you cannot watch the show, if you don't already have the Roku channel on your app or on your TV or device, like I can still watch it on my Roku, even though that link is not working because I already connected to the Roku channel. But if you're not able to watch it, if you go to chillernighttheater.com, right there on the home page is Night of the Blood Beast. And then on the menu you can flip over to Chiller Chat, and right there as the feature episode is my interview with Brian Seach. If you want to watch it that way, or you can go to the Chiller Night Theater YouTube channel and you can watch them that way as well. So, and then Pamela on YouTube says, poor Ava, it's okay, our generation didn't have much computer training in school. Isn't that the truth? Oh my gosh, that is so true. Folks, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll do it again next week. Brenton says, haha, I forgot Facebook kicked you off. And then Pam says, uh-oh, Brent is in trouble. And Jay says, Brent, we can all see that. What'd you do? I'm missing something. Brent says earlier, we need to train Mom on these electronic devices. And then Ava says, I can see that, Brent. Yeah, okay, I missed that part. That's funny. And then Cassandra says, thank you, such a great time. Thank you. This is really cool. This is really neat. I really love doing this. I enjoy it. It's going to pick up. I'm really excited about the Chiller Chats too, because I'll be having guests on the show. But I'll let you folks go. Get your popcorn, get your pizza, get your safety blanket, as Jack Shadow says, to curl up, or pull that blanket up around you tight. Corey says, I bookmarked the link on my Internet Explorer app on the Xbox and watch it that way. Okay, cool. Very cool. Folks, thank you very much. have a good night, have a good chiller night, and I'll see you next week. See you later.